Top of the morning to ya. Hello, my name is Carlos Alberto Navarro, and you're watching Top of the Morning live. It's an audio, visual, ha-ha gun straight to your ears so that you can think, laugh, and enjoy your day. It's about an hour and a half, and you can watch it all the time right here on the To the Top channel with Carlos. Today is all about September 11th. And the tragic events that happened that day, also some amazing events that happened that day. I was live on the air as a 20-year-old radio broadcaster, and the things that I heard stuck with me. I'm going to share them with you. Some personal stuff, some professional stuff. And then we're just going to go into the day of September 11th. Some of the odd things of movies and TV shows, iconic things, and some birthdays. But it's all here to inform, entertain, make you feel good, and of course, get a couple laughs here and there. All on today's episode of Top of the Morning.
To the top. To the top.
How we doing, everybody? It is a beautiful Wednesday, and I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling fine. I'm feeling good. Top of the morning to you. Thank you for joining us on this incredible day. Adding some new things to the show. If you're just checking us out for the first time, thank you for stopping by. It's Top of the Morning, and what do we do here? We try and make you feel good, make you think, make you laugh. Today's show is a little different because it is a day in infamy that we will talk about, but it'll be a lot more than just that. We will hear from you as well. And, of course, just try and have a good time today. Life is too short to be upset about things. Top of the morning to you, Julie. Top of the morning to you, Barbara. Top of the morning to you, Kim. Good to see you all riding in here on this wonderful day. And why is it a wonderful day? Well, you got up on the good side of the ground. And I know that sounds like maybe a morbid thing to say, but it's the damn truth. If you woke up on this side of the ground, that means that you can still take on today. That means that you can do some pretty amazing things today. You can read that book you wanted to read. Call that friend you wanted to call. Now, maybe you got a bum leg, so you can't run that 4-minute mile you wanted to run. But you're here on this earth, so let's enjoy it, right? A lot of people living shitty lives. How do I know they're living shitty lives? Well, they literally cannot watch this show. They don't have internet access. They don't have the money. They don't have the 40, 50 bucks it takes. You do. It's because you're watching this on your phone, at your house. It don't matter. And I'm very grateful for that. Now, I would like to just be very thankful for everybody that's here right now. And once again, we are... Did I shut down Facebook, Carlos? I don't think I shut down Facebook. I don't have the ability to shut down Facebook, Barbara. I don't know Mark Zuckerberg. But I'm assuming maybe it's not on there. No, it should be on To the Top Network. Anyway. You know, it was weird when I was thinking of today's show because, you know, it's September 11th and it's a day that will live in infamy. And I was sitting here going, how do I talk about this? When I was on the radio, we would kind of skip over it. And at times I was kind of like, I feel like, you know, this is a day that we shouldn't forget. Oh, I meant my stream. I got to stop losing my ADHD is, I got it. Did Michelangelo just fall? Oh my God, Michelangelo just fell. So, I was sitting here going, should I talk about this? I mean, Top of the Morning is supposed to be what is a fun and energetic show. but man, is this a day that really had stuck with me, and probably with most people that if you're remotely my age, or but it's September 11th, 2024, and I can remember September 11th, 2001, pretty damn clearly, and the reason I can is because happened to be working on the radio on the time. I was 20 years old. I was working for Real Radio at the time. I was really just an up and coming kind of intern at the time, and had just kind of gotten hired. And I was like most 20-year-olds. I didn't know shit of what was happening in the world. I thought America was the best. I didn't think we did anything wrong. I thought, what is happening? So I normally would listen to Howard Stern because he was the morning show before the show that I was on, and I would listen to him on the way in, and like a lot of people did probably before they listened to our show, and I heard Howard saying, and he was talking to somebody, and he said, "Whoa, there's an explosion at the World Trade Centers." That's weird. And as I drove into work and I got there, I remember walking into the building and opening the door and seeing the second plane hit on the TV. Boom. I'm like, whoa. And not understanding what was really happening. I go to the studio, the Real Radio studio, and Howard is still on the air, obviously, and he's talking about it. And now it's understanding, okay, we're being attacked. And being in a studio with a lot of news people, and you know what? Take a second here, and if you can, do me a favor and share today's broadcast with somebody. Share today's show with somebody, because this is a big day that affected the whole world. The whole world changed after September 11th, 2001. There's no doubt about that. And so for me, I still didn't know, honestly, what the hell was going on. I walked in the studio, and the news people were like, we're being attacked, and we're getting reports that they're about to attack Disney. They're about to attack. And I'm like, who is they? Why are people attacking us? We're good. We're America. We're supposed to be good. And then obviously the other reports of at the Pentagon started coming through. Now, immediately in my mind, I was like, uh-oh. My cousin works at the World Trade Centers. My cousin Alex, who's a stockbroker. And I start tripping, and I look over at the guys on the show, and I'm like, hey, I have to find out. If I call my cousin, and my cousin's not picking up, my other cousin, who's the brother to my other cousin, and I'm picking up, and I'm calling, and nobody's picking up, and I'm looking on the TV, and now there's more attacks, and I'm freaking out. I get in my car, I drive over to my cousin's house, and he opens the door, and I'm like, where's Alex? And he's like, he didn't go to work today. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He said and I talked to Alex later. He was in the city. He was going to go into the city. He didn't go in. It was crazy, but so I immediately go back to the show, and we kind of start talking about it after Howard had gone off the air about 11:30 or 12. And I just remember going like, who is attacking us? Why are they attacking us? And I went home that day. I owned I was lucky enough to have bought a house by that time. And I remember sitting on my chair, watching TV, watching the news. Actually, before I got home, there was a whole bunch of stuff I had to do that day. I was going to work with this band. I was going to be in a studio with them. And I remember meeting up with him at Target. I don't know why we met at Target, but we both sat there, and we were kind of like looking at each other, and we were going to meet up and go to the studio, and like we looked at each other, and we're like, this doesn't feel right. Like, feels like the world, like, go and be with your family and stuff. And then like we were good, and he went his way and I went mine, and I didn't have a family at the time. Like I said, I'm 20 years old. I didn't really have anybody other than I had my family, but it wasn't like I was running to my dad and my sister and stuff like that. And so I just went back to my house and I started watching the news, and I just remember everything going over my head. I remember thinking like, damn, I don't know shit about what's going on in the world, because I thought we were just like this country who did nothing wrong. And then I'm like, okay, wait a second. Who is attacking us? So they say Iraq is attacking us? Why is it? Oh, this is why. And then obviously I won't go into all this, but that changed everything that is happening right now as far as geopolitical issues, wars, lit off from September 11th. And the mistakes that were made. And this is not a show where we're going to go into the mistakes of what happened after September 11th. That would take a long time. But I sat on my lazy boy that day, and I said, I'm not going to be like this anymore. I'm going to learn about what the hell is going on in the world. And I made a promise to myself that day. I said, I'm gonna start paying attention to this, and I did. And if you're watching this, you're younger, you're older, it doesn't matter. You can always make a decision to be informed. And I'm so glad that I did, because then I really started researching why this was happening. I remember at that time calling my friend Ziggy, one of my best friends, and be like, "Let's enlist. Let's go. Let's enlist." Let's enlist in the army. We were serious about it. And guys, I want you to please leave your comments. I am going to, after I'm done talking about this, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you were doing that day. So please leave your comments. I am going to share them here. I want to know what you were up to that day. And all the toppers in here. All right. But I just want to kind of finish what happened that day. So yeah, we were fired up. We were ready to go after anybody and anything. And that's what ended up happening. Obviously, the Afghanistan war, the Iraq war, all that fuel, all that anger was used. And sadly, the people in power at the time, the old bureaucrats, didn't matter. The people in charge, they knew how to take advantage of that situation. They knew how to take advantage of that situation. And the military-industrial complex just went gaga that day. And from then on, we've had a $700 billion defense budget. That's right. $700 billion. Look it up. Maybe it's 70. Anyway, my point is not all that. I could drift off into many things. Once again, I see you guys are leaving your comments. Please leave your likes as well if you are enjoying this. Once again, this is a little bit different. I'm trying to make Top of the Morning a mishmash of a lot of things, but most importantly, to be genuine and honest and transparent and entertaining, you know? So after that day, I really said, all right, I'm going to start paying attention. And I did. I love being able to talk to my kids, my daughter who's into history, about recent history from then on, you know. That day, everything changed, from the way that we travel, from the way that a lot of people consume news. At that time, you have to remember, everybody believed what was on the news. They said it on the news. Hey, it's true. We don't think like that anymore. About a week afterwards, our country was united. And I see you guys leaving the comments. Our country was united. There was photos and videos of Democrats and Republicans holding hands, united, ready to take on who we were going to take on. Obviously, it was a cavalcade of mistakes that happened after that, led by Cheney, 100%, led by Dick Cheney, who had been in these situations before and said, I know what we can do. It's fucked up. Rumsfeld, Wolfowitz, those bastards. I digress. I don't know if we'll ever have a I hope we don't have another moment like that in the sense of like a horrific, infamous, tragic event. But I do hope that we are able to unite as a country again. It faded away after a while. But we did have this. I think the next time that we will have this is when we are attacked by aliens. I do think that. I think that we will unite against the aliens. Do you guys think so? I think we will. And hopefully defeat them if Will Smith is around. Now, the day after I was still on the radio, I was still on the Monsters then, and it was essentially we were talking about it every single day, getting information, understanding what's going on. I just remember at the time everybody was like, "Let's go bomb stuff. Let's go flatten Iraq. Let's go flatten Iran. Let's go." Like the country didn't know. It was just this wild animal ready to attack, and it did, And here we are. How many years later? 23? Am I doing my math right, guys? All right, I want to find out from you guys. Do me a favor, like and share and comment because I want to know what you guys were up to that day. We're still going to talk about a lot of different things, but let's talk about it here. I think In a World bet is good for this. In a world where top of the morning is usually funny haha poopy jokes, we got to talk about some serious stuff every now and then. Barbara was on the phone with her dad watching it. Yeah, it is one of those flashpoint moments where you know exactly what you were doing when that happened. And Tanya remembers she was working at an orthodontist. She was I remember the teenager Augie was getting her braces off. We all gathered at the doctor's office. That's cool. I mean, isn't it weird, those weird memories that you get from it? Once again, guys, I really want to know what you were doing that day. Tell your story. I want to share it here. Kim was at work. A coworker came in, puzzled look on her face, and said a plane hit one of the World Trade Center towers. Yeah, I think a lot of people that day were tripping. Podcast PM, what's up, man? You were at work listening to Howard and then listening to us. Yeah. It's weird to be part of somebody's like past, even though you've never really met them or whatever, And it's a bit of an honor, and I'm with you. I was kind of doing the same thing that day. So, ooh, Crystal, get out of here. Crystal, Lady of War Guerra. She was working in Midtown Manhattan, New York. My construction company was doing renovations in Tower 2. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. So what's even weirder? That kid who got braces off is 40. That is crazy. She's talking about her kid. Oh, there we go, Sarah. I accidentally clicked on you because you popped up immediately. 7th grade in class. Had no clue what it meant. Now I understand so much more. Thank you for sharing that, Sarah. Because and once again, I really want to know what you guys were up to that day. Please share this. Please give a heart for this as well. I could only imagine what it must have been like being in middle school and seeing that. For me, middle school was the OJ trial. And that was the biggest thing that happened then. And people were like, OJ's free. OJ's free. I remember it was a crazy day. But as a kid, now we understand a lot more, right? A lot more. Rachel was teaching kindergarten at the time. And the next day the kids were talking about it. They were so young. You didn't know what to tell them. Yeah, I bet you. That must have been interesting. Like, what do you tell the kids? Like, I don't know what I would tell my daughter or something like that. Hey, sometimes bad things happen, right? Who else we got here? I was at work at SAP, the Singular Wireless Building in Lake Mary. Thank you, Evans. I like your tuba. I was sleeping as usual. 104 was on. Howard was on. Mom came in and told me what happened. Yeah. A lot of people feeling that way, man. A lot of people feeling that way. And, it's a weird thing. Like, every year the president will lay a wreath and honor that day. Or I don't even know if honor is the right word. It's more of a day of remembrance. Every year it rolls around, I do think about it quite often, and even obviously we're doing a show about it. Have any of you been to the memorial in New York, the Freedom Tower, and then the actual flowing waterfall? It is gorgeous. If you've never been there, I highly recommend going to New York in general, obviously. But I wasn't like, oh, let's go check out the memorial. But when I went there, I felt a sense of peace. I think it says something about humanity and us as a society that we just don't pave parking lots over, something bad that happened. I'm sure, obviously, we have in certain areas, but with something like this, I think in order to honor the people that were killed that day, you got to, right? You got to. Oh, dang, Lady of War. David, thank you for joining us. Top of the morning to you. You better hide at work. David's on the phone. Here we go. I want to see this right here. She was trying to contact the crew, didn't know the night before. Manager called an early AM meeting, so they weren't in the building. Crystal, are you serious? They better buy that dude some donuts every freaking day. Wow. That's amazing. Barbara, your family lives in Manhattan, New Jersey. Been there a lot. Sacred ground. I like your little doggy, too. You've been to Freedom Tower and the Water Memorial. Haven't been to the museum. I haven't been to the museum either. But, man, Freedom Tower, the memorial, it really is gorgeous. I've never seen anything like it before. It really is, it honors them for sure. All right. Now, one thing is great. Before we get into some of the other things, because I wanted to make sure I covered all the stuff that, really was that day before we get into some of the other little more lighthearted stuff. And once again, guys, this is me trying new stuff. Top of the morning is going to be every single week, 2 times a week, probably a little bit more here, by the way. Let's shift up a little here. Let's shift up a little bit. Let's shift up a little bit. Look at this. Man. Come on, focus. I got cards, guys. I got stickers. I got cards. I got stickers. And if you ever see me in public, I promise you, I will have one of these on hand. And I will give them to you. This weekend is amazing. Because I'm speaking at UCF to hundreds of students. I'm the keynote speaker. Yes. Thank you. I'm the keynote speaker at the Student Success Conference at UCF at Shingle Creek, this beautiful resort over there. You would love a sticker for your vehicle? You see me, you're going to get one. You're going to get one. I know you want a sticker, Barbara. I know you want a sticker. We all want stickers. And since I'm doing plugs right now, guys, you want to really? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Totally independent, which means I don't have any corporate sponsorships. The people that are supporting me are regular people, business owners, like Deland Boxing and Fitness, like Famous Faces and Funnies. All right, like Harper Hill. These are actual people that have helped me out. And I shouldn't say help out. I mean, really what they're doing is they are supporting the show. And when you support the show, it means a lot. It really does, because that's how we make our bones here, Now, luckily, I speak for a living and I act for a living. But those businesses are tough, man. you got to freaking, you got to truly hustle and grind. So that's why I said, you know what? Let me create a fun show that is independent, that is unique, and that can help people. What does that mean, help? It means laugh. It means be entertained. And so that's what Top of the Morning is. And I want to give a big shout out to Drain Doctor as well. We got Drain Doctor. And that is Drain Doctor that covers Apopka, Umatilla, and Mount Dora, as well as many other places. Shout out to Tom. We got Famous Faces and Funnies. We got Deland Boxing. If you are interested in sponsoring the show, I would love it. Send me a message. And we're doing some cool stuff, man. We're doing some really cool stuff. Now, I do want to show off this shirt. Ooh, hold on a second. Rachel, your son's a freshman at UCF? Well, if he's going to be at the Student Success Conference, I will see him there. I will be chatting with them, and they're going to get the full Passion Project experience. I can't wait. And yes, I like being called a keynote speaker. It's fun. I got called something else the other day, like a Thomas Bradley speaking person because I'm speaking at Rollins. Yeah, your boy, Stetson, UCF, Rollins, Full Sail. They got me out there speaking about everything I talk about here. That passion. You got to have it for life. If you don't have it, you're kind of screwed. So, support the show, support the channel, pick up the comfiest shirt in the world. I know some people in there have already purchased the shirt and they know how comfy it is. Go to tothetopneverstop.com. Get you a shirt. It means the world. We got pink, we got black, we got white. No, we don't have white. We have green. And they're really, 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 really comfortable. I went through 100 different shirts to make sure they were most comfortable. Julie has the same color. She loves it. Smooth like butter. Sam, anybody want to throw the old website up there? Karen? Boom. Try to get the whole world to understand what To the Top Never Stop is. To the top, never stop. It's a thing, it's a show, it's a bop. Oh, that was good. To the top. There it is. Hold on. Here it is. To the top, it's a show, it's a bop. No need to stop. Oh, yeah. That didn't really make sense. You never noticed the little chameleon. His name is Herbie. That's Herbie. And then he's right, yeah. Boop. Boop. A little bit. Guys, if you're wondering if this is fresh juice, it is. This is fresh, Minute Maid, sugar-free juice, lemonade. So I'm looking out for my health. I'm looking out for my health. All right. Oh my gosh. Speaking of sponsors, check this out. Deland Boxing and Fitness. This is where I go. This is where I've been training. This is where I've gotten into the best shape of my life. I know what you're saying. You're like, Carlos, I'm not a boxer. You don't have to be a boxer to train like one. Sure, I've trained a little bit in the past. Now I train all the time. But I have people that I train with in Deland Boxing and Fitness that are from DeBerry, that are from Deltona, that are from Daytona, that are from all parts of Volusia County. And they come and they work out, and their moms and their dads and their grandmas and their nephews. And it's all across the board. Because boxing is for everybody. Not only will you learn how to defend yourself, but the mind-body connection. I have never felt this good because my body feels this good. And if your body is telling you, hey, I need something different, Deland Boxing and Fitness is there for you. And if you hit them up, go to delandboxingandfitness.com and you say, you give them a little message. You say, I saw them on Top of the Morning and I'd like to do that free wraps and maybe that first workout with Trevor, and they'll hook you up because you watch Top of the Morning. Once again, guys, if you're interested, if you've ever been interested in, and you know, how do I do that? DeLand Boxing and Fitness is for you. So give them a call, why don't you? It would be very nice if you give them a call. And their phone number, let me tell you what it is. It is 386-675-2269. That's 386-675-2269. You give Trevor a call. He's the owner of DeLand Boxing and Fitness with his amazing team. You say, hey, I saw it on Top of the Morning. Give you that free workout. Yo, see, I'm trying to do things different. You like that? Recording my spots like a professional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's DeLand Boxing and Fitness. I never had bicep muscles until then. So if you want bicep muscles, go there. Once again, guys, I'm focusing on having like independent businesses as my sponsors. Now, if Tide and Nabisco want to talk to me, or Minute Maid, I ain't going to turn you down. But what I'm not going to do is like what a lot of people do is just like take any bit of money. Just take any money from any sponsor. They've never used it. You can find this. You can find that if you got a show, they're going to reach out to you, these companies. And a lot of people do that. And then they kind of, they don't give a shit about their audience. I care about you guys. And I want to make sure that you guys are being taken care of with good stuff. So every sponsor, DeLand, Boxing and Fitness, Drain Doctor, Famous Faces and Funnies, good people. Good people. All right. All right. So, I had some footage pulled up that I was going to share. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come here. Okay. Okay. I love you. Bye. It's my daughter, 13-year-old daughter. And I tell her, I say, come say bye to your daddy. Before you leave, make sure you say bye to your daddy. Top of the morning to you, James John. Good to see you in here, buddy. Good to see you in here. All right. Let us move around to some... I don't know if I like this music. I think I like my Time Machine music for this. Yeah, Yeah, I'm feeling that. Julie, thank you for saying that. I'm glad Lennon is feeling better, too. She had strep throat last week. Shooked. It was like the most sick she'd been in a while. And she's feeling much better. Had softball practice yesterday. And she's doing good. Thank you for asking. And yes, baby Lennon is growing up very fast, Tanya. Yes, she is. So is baby Magnolia. All right. So... thank you guys for liking and sharing every single show. We're getting more people every single show, more views every single show. And I think these stickers are going to really help because I'm putting them everywhere. I'm going to be like slapping them everywhere. All right. So I did look. Okay, that's what I was going to say. So I looked up some footage from September 11th. But it was so sad. Ugh. It's so sad. And I just didn't feel like sharing that. It's a bit of like gore porn at this point with people who are obsessed with it. I don't know why I got off on a tangent. Let's talk about something unique and weird. All right. Here's some unique and weird things that happened that are connected to September 11th. All right. Here's one of them. So, when I was doing some research for the show, obviously things I love are movies and TV. And so I figured, I'll connect it with that. Also, one of our great sponsors, Famous Faces and Funnies. Connected to it. All right. So, allow me to bring this up here. All right. Oh, yeah. Rachel. October in Melbourne, absolutely. The Famous Faces and Funnies Toy and Comic Convention, October 13th. I hope to see you there. I'll give you a big hug. You're going to get more than a sticker. You know what you're going to get? The poster. You see the poster, Rachel? You get a poster. All right. Yes, Tanya. 2.73. One day I will have tens of thousands, of hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But every day I gain subscribers. And every single subscriber that subscribes to my channel, I love you. Beso, te quiero mucho. I know how hard it is to subscribe to a YouTube channel. I know even though it's free, you're kind of like, do I really want to watch this shit? And I promise you I will continue to give entertaining and uplifting and funny and just info. Not info. That sounded so bad. Better than info. This show is better than info. This show is better than infos? All right. I don't know about better than infos. All right. One of the very first things, and I'm going to look it up here and I can show you this. So one that always sticks out with me, the weird coincidences of September 11th. And one of them that always sticks out to me because it is one of my favorite movies is The Big Lebowski. Now you're like, what is that? What do you mean? What do you mean, Carlos? Well, if you have never seen The Big Lebowski, go watch it. It is absolutely one of the best movies ever because it's really unique. It's a Western in modern day. And if you've never seen, you got it tells me a lot about you if you love The Big Lebowski. We're probably going to be friends if you love The Big Lebowski. Because it is an odd film. It does star, and I'm going to share this with you here. I will share my screen with you lovely people. I will share my screen. I will share my screen with you lovely people, if you please. There we go. I will share my screen with you. We will all then go poo-poo. So, in the movie, and The Big Lebowski is kind of like, he's not kind of, he's definitely a loser. I like him, though, because to me, he is cool. He writes a check at the grocery store. Of course, you can't see it as big here because he writes a check at the grocery store. All right. And that's kind of sets up the movie of what kind of guy he is. And he writes September 11th on the check. Of all the days, he writes September 11th. Is that not interesting? Morning. I think it is. What else? What else do we have here? Well, a couple of things that happened on that day. I was sharing the wrong thing. Boom. Check that out. He writes it right there. So weird. Yeah, another crazy thing that happened for September 11th. There was a lot of movies coming out at that time. And one of the big ones was Spider-Man. It was in 2002. And the original teaser trailer featured a scene where a helicopter gets trapped in between a giant web from the Twin Towers. Let's see if I can find it. That would be kind of cool, right? I think I can find it. Let's see here. We go to the YouTube. We go to Spider-Man trailer. Let's go Spider-Man. Might as well share it with you guys while I'm doing it, bruh. While I'm doing it. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong one. Jesus Christ in a crutch. Here we go. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. There we go. Boop. Aha, gotcha. All right, cool. When Billy, my producer, gets back, I promise you this will be much smoother. But until then, it is what it is. Give me a like. What am I doing? God damn it. September 11th trailer. Oh, here it is. Let's check it out. So this is the trailer. I guess that had to get pulled because it had. I so remember this trailer, by the way. Yeah, and then, somebody's there. Who's getting him? What a trailer! Whoa! Oh! Man, this trailer is sick! To this day, I don't think anybody's captured Spider-Man like that. Wow, look at that, man. What a shot. What? I mean, that is a trailer, boy. Damn. Who plays the dude is Jeff Bridges. Damn. What did y'all feel about that? Did that just like trip you out a little bit? It kind of tripped me out. Give me a like and a little heart. That was crazy. Well, first off, it's interesting to see how trailers were not that long ago, because superhero movies weren't everything. Remember, the Spider-Man movies really set those off, and that was crazy. I don't know. That just tripped me out a little bit. I don't know why, but maybe it's just because. Anybody ever go to the World Trade Center? I actually got to go. I actually got to go in 1999. And so I have been in the world. I had been in the World Trade Center. I agree. It is always weird to see the Twin Towers. It's sad, but weird, and a lot of things, you know. Hey, Jeremy. It's top of the morning to you. That's right. You got it right, dude. Great picture of you and your kid there. That's cute. I could be Uncle. I guess I'm old enough to be Uncle Ben now. Am I? God, I hope now. Uncle Ben's pretty old. It's all good. All right, what else? What else? I got some other things on the docket here. Get a little music behind me. So now some other odd things are that I wonder if in 2002, Lilo and Stitch came out. Now, self-admitted, I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. Now, I can't do Stitch's voice. Because Stitch's voice is very similar to Gizmo's voice. Gizmo. So Stitch's. Probably should take this image down. Considering. Let me see. Those are my Stitches. See now, Lilo and Stitch also had a trailer that had a plane crash, and they took it out because it was literally how 9/11 changed. There we go. Let's check it out. Let's check this out. I love shit like this. Let me turn off this music. I love shit like this. There we go. Is that better? Cool. This is cool. Let's check this out. I'll give you some audio too. Hopefully they don't hit me. Tell me if the audio works too. Oh, they changed the plane. Oh, they changed it up so it doesn't look anything like a plane. I'm glad that. Gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, man. Do y'all got chills watching this a little bit? Oh my God. I know they had no clue what was happening, but Mike, it's like they did. Wow, that was trippy. Whoa, anybody else tripped out by that? Huh? What? Okay. Yeah, I got goosebumps too. Because I think everybody forgets how sensitive we were right afterwards. I mean, they eliminated songs from the radio. You couldn't play, definitely couldn't play a lot of songs. Literally a list. You would get in trouble. It was crazy, right? Very weird. Yeah, trippy. And it's like, man, imagine having to go back at that time and rework that. Just anytime there's footage of a plane that close, it's just so terrifying. It really is. Wow, I knew I'd looked that up. I hadn't seen it though. Ooh, this is riveting. This is riveting. And we're doing it live, folks. We're doing it now. We're doing it live. Billy took the day off. And all right, let's see what else we got here. Now, there is a Family Guy joke. First off, Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy creator, was supposed to be on Flight 11, which hit the North Tower. Think about that. Seth MacFarlane, who I like Seth MacFarlane. I think he's kind of a genius of what he's been able to do. I've never been a huge Family Guy guy. I'm more of a Simpsons dude. They've always had a battle. But I really respect him and his work, and I think he's really hilariously funny. And think about that, you know? You're supposed to be on a plane. It's kind of like, damn, was I supposed to be on that plane? 9/11 was a scary moment. His dad and several uncles were in the NYPD at the time. It later motivated me to enlist. Yeah, ATH. I was ready to enlist. If there would have been a military recruiter at my front door on September 11th, I would have enlisted with my buddy Ziggy, and we would have been lunatics out there. Lunatics. I don't know. I wonder what I would have been signed up for. I probably would have gone into TV production or something like that. I'm all right. Getting a little water break. Minute Maid sugar-free break. Stay healthy. And last but not least, real water. I only drink out of nostalgic cups. All right. Here we go. I'm glad you're doing good. Thank you, Julie. I did just a hydrate. All right, let's see if I can find the Seth MacFarlane clip, because that's the bullshit, by the way. People knew what the F was happening, especially our government. They had warnings. They had a bunch of information, and they fucked up. They should have been protecting us that day. Bill Clinton should have taken out Osama bin Laden when he had the chance in Tora Bora. I know my shit, y'all. I know my shit. I could literally elaborate on all this stuff. I became obsessed with it. And being a guy who wants to entertain and not want to go into politics too heavy and not want to, alienate an audience, I know this shit, and it's so fucked up what our leaders at that time did. They majority of them took full advantage of it. All right. So let me find this one real quick. I'm going to share this screen once again. And I have... Let's find the scene from Family Guy with a... I'm not going to say it. Family... if you can read this with... So this was... Check this out.
Sorry, little man. Everything gets x-rayed.
Wait, there's really no need to... On the good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet trip to the candy shop where bonbons play on the sunny beach of peppermint.
Hey, I could do a good Stewie as well.
Let's hope Osama bin Laden doesn't know show tunes. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people does he need? How many boys? How many girls?
Yo. I don't know if that was
Sorry, little man.
pre 9/11. Yeah, that was before 9/11. That's what I thought. Yeah. Before 9/11. That was played. Okay, guys? So, if Seth MacFarlane, you know, the guy who's made his living making dick jokes, and he knew about Osama bin Laden. The world knew. Now, us as citizens at the time, we didn't know shit. There wasn't the internet then. It's hard to really imagine a world without the internet, but it was a world without the internet, literally. I mean, I can't say literally because there was the internet, but we just didn't have it. It wasn't on our phones. People didn't have, if you had a computer in your house in 2001, it was in the living room. It had an entertainment cabinet around it. It had AOL. And you were definitely not scouring or scrolling all day. There was no such thing. You just watched the news. So if you weren't obsessed with the news, and Seth MacFarlane was, he's talked about it. I mean, that's what he does, is satire. And the fact that he knew that this was the biggest terrorist in the world, and the majority of America did not. Now, obviously, Osama bin Laden is a piece of shit, a horrible human. I'm glad Obama and SEAL Team 6 shot his ass dead. You know? And that's still to this day one of the greatest things. I don't give a shit. I could be cruel as fuck sometimes. And that piece of shit deserved to die like a dog. Actually, less than a dog. Dogs deserve to go to heaven. And I am so glad that dude is dead. And he deserves to die. I know that sounds fucked up, but fuck him. That's right, they rolled the big old TV card out in school. Oh yeah, AOL on CD. Windows 98 AOL. You guys are bringing me back, yo. You guys are bringing me back. Because, I'm pop that back up on there. So, if Seth MacFarlane knew that this guy was a piece of shit, our government definitely knew. You know? You know. All right. What else? That's kind of interesting, right? Huh? You like that one? Give me a like if you like that one. Told you guys I was going to bring some interesting stuff up. All right. What else we got? Let's look up. Now, this one is also pretty damn trippy. This one's pretty damn trippy, and it is... The chances of this, come on, man. That's crazy. Show you what it is here. Maybe we can find something on the web. On the web. Because I didn't know this one. And the fact that it was in this movie, which is probably one of the craziest movies of all time. Hold on, real quick. Barbara, so we do know who the person is that pulled the trigger on bin Laden. He's bragged about it quite a bit. He's also turned himself into a political fixture. You Yeah, so we actually do know the person, but that was a rare. If you ever get a chance to look into how that was done, Obama didn't want to repeat a Jimmy Carter situation, and that's a thing unto itself. So they literally built. They found out that Bin Laden was in. That he was in. Well, let's see, Afghanistan. Yeah, he was in Afghanistan or Pakistan, one of the two. Gosh, forgetting now. Anyway, and he said we got to build and rehearse this whole thing. And thank God that they did. Because when they rehearsed this whole thing and they went in, they did it. They took out they took out his people. They got a bunch of information. They killed him. And then as they were leaving, one of the helicopters crashed and they had a backup. And the reason that they knew that was because when they rehearsed it, they had some issues like that. So pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, I do want to show you this one. Because I think if there's a shot of this, that would be interesting, but maybe they don't. Oh yeah, here it is. Let me show you this one. So another 9/11 weird fact is this.
In the 1999 movie The Matrix, if you pay attention, Neo's passport expiration date is September 11th, 2001. Do you think this is a coincidence? In the
Come on.
1999 movie The Matrix, if you pay attention, Neo's passport expiration...
So, in Matrix, the expiration for Neo is on September 11th. Now, I believe, if y'all want to go out here with me for a second, that in time there's timeline shifts. Okay? Timeline shifts. I think we just went through one with Trump, the assassination attempt. Like, I think our whole timeline just went, like the whole simulation, there was another version where he got hit, and it was not good. Let's just say a lot more camo trucks were rolling through New York City. And I'm just saying that that having that timeline, a movie about timeline shifts, a movie about not seeing the world as it is, of all the days, for it to be in that, come on. Coincidence? Simulation? God? Or a glitch in the Matrix? Who knows? Eddie, not a fan of Keanu Reeves. I like Keanu. I'd like to work with him one day. And do you say it was an inside job? The Benny Boy was just a scapegoat. I don't think it was. I think too many loose lips, man. I think it was a situation where they wanted to take advantage of a bad situation, right? Essentially, they knew what was happening, but they knew what was going on. They had the information. Just like in other places, you can protect things a little bit more. You can put out more things. You can add a little more focus, or you can lay back and let things happen. Not in the same regard, but the people who are in power are thinking on levels 5, 10 steps ahead. For example, Biden. Obama and Pelosi and all them, they knew Biden was out for lunch most of the time. They knew he was, he's older, man. He's 102 years old. He loves ice cream and wears sunglasses. But they weren't able to go out and tell the world that. They had to, let's have a debate. Let's put on the earliest debate in history of presidential debates. And Obama was like, I think we should let the world see. Instead of protecting, right? And this is like a weird simulation. The world sees it and goes, and reacts to it, and then you can do something. Now, that was, thankfully, a good way to get Biden out of there and somebody who understands at least what time and day it is there. But I think that's what this situation was. I don't think it was a full inside job. I just think that they didn't realize how bad it would be. I think they wanted to use it to go to war. I think they wanted to use it to get the oil. They did that. And they needed a motive, And they blamed everything on bin Laden when bin Laden and Saddam Hussein and the Sunnis and the Shias couldn't be any more different at the time. Because we didn't know that, it was taken advantage of. Now, that was my little moment there, but just a little moment. Just a little moment. Let us move on, because there are some people that that unfortunately for them, I shouldn't say unfortunately, because who really, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like anybody's like mad at them. But I think it's time, to tell you real quick. Oh yeah, I got something I want to tell you real quick, because this show right now, top of the morning, hour strong. I've been going an hour. That's right. Yeah, I got my water. Yeah, I got my things. But the way that this show continues to go on is by sponsorships. Great people like Famous Faces and Funnies. Famous Faces and Funnies is the greatest comic book shop you will ever see, and they're so great that they had to get a new location. They literally had to get a bigger location because they were outgrowing it. They got the Mattress Barn, and it's huge. And they have over 250,000 comics at Famous Faces and Funnies. At Famous Faces and Funnies, they have thousands and thousands, 50,000 graphic novels, and it keeps growing. If you are interested in TV, movies, comics, Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne is for you. And they are moving, so they're doing a little shuffling. I will be in Melbourne October 13th for their comic book and toy convention. I'm going to be there with some Power Rangers, some other amazing artists. It's October 13th. But if you want to follow them, it's on social media. It's FFF Comics. Send them a little message. I saw you on Top of the Morning. I'm going to check out your store when I'm in Melbourne. It will mean the world to them. And it means the world to me that they're one of the sponsors here on Top of the Morning. So everybody show some love to Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, the greatest comic book shop in the world, right here on Top of the Morning. Thank you, Carlos. Now I know I'm going to mess with the levels. I hope I didn't blow out your speakers. I am trying to get everything just as perfect as I can for you. Time for some squats. Yeah, I think it's time for some squats. All right. If you haven't done any exercise in over a year, if you haven't done any exercise recently, or if you just want to do some squats with me, come do some squats. Come do some squats with me. Can you hear me? This is probably blowing you out. All right, guys. We're going to do 10 squats. All right, we're all getting up. We're all getting up. We're all getting up. You're watching the show. Okay, if you're driving right now, first off, I got to make sure that you can hear me. So I want a bunch of thumbs up comments so I can see that you can hear me. I don't want to blow you out. Billy, the producer, took his day off. And something about that he has COVID. Whatever. So we're going to do 10 squats. There we go. You can't hear? That mic doesn't seem to be on. This is why I wanted to check. What about now? What about now? What about now? Can you hear me? What about now? I added more audio. I added more audio. What about now? I'm gonna yell at Billy Boy once I get here. Here we go. No mic, still not on. Jesus Christ. All right. I wonder why it's not working. Not yet. You can hear this one though, can't you? You can hear that one. Ah! All right, what about now? Okay, cool. What about that? Let's see. I'm just gonna do 10 squats. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. Now in boxing, I do them like this. 4, 5. Oh gosh, I'm choking myself in.
Hi.
No, I can't hear you now.
What about this one? Can you hear me now? Come here. Come here. Come hither. So this mic, not at all.
No.
That mic, yes. Ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. Hi.
Hi. I was just coming to help.
Say hello. Say now. You
I'll
can't.
do some squats.
You do some squats. All right, here we go.
I need to do some squats.
All right, here we go.
Okay. How many are we doing?
Here we go. We're doing 10.
Okay.
All right, arms up because you want to protect yourself at all times. Here we go.
Okay. Ready?
1, 2, 1. Thank you. 3, 4.
How many are we doing?
We're doing 5, 10, 5,
What?
6,
Are you squeezing your butt?
7.
Squeeze it when you
Yes. 8,
go? Are you sure?
9, 10.
You can't. You can do.
Megan hasn't done 10 squats since how long?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. Leave me alone. Look, I look awful right now.
You look beautiful. Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you. Okay.
So what do you think?
About.
Have you been listening to the show, watching the show?
I just turned it on because I got the kids off to school. I can't be distracted when I'm momming, you know.
That's true. That's true. But we got recorded spots. We were talking about September 11th.
Yeah, I heard the record spot sounded good.
This sounded good?
Yeah.
Good. It was a little hot. I'm sorry about
A
that.
little hot.
James John, I agree. She looks very hot.
Thank you. Oh gosh, this.
We are working on Meglo's show, guys. Not really, but
Listen, one day when my job is not so demanding, I think maybe I will get there at some point.
we'll get there. We're getting closer.
Here's the deal: I'm too tired at night. Like I'm exhausted after the day, so we'll figure it out. But top of the morning's where it's at.
Top of the morning. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the poster?
Love the poster. Can I just think that orange frame that you have? I think you should do the hot pink to match your.
Oh.
Have you shown your stickers?
Oh, yeah. Show it closer to the camera.
Well,
There it is. Look at that. That's money. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to switch it up.
don't mind my nails. I need a fill. All right.
All right, we're going to go birthdays here.
I love birthdays.
Birthdays on September 11th.
Ooh, that's a big birthday day. I
Yeah.
feel like I know someone with a birthday today. We know someone, I think. I don't know. Okay. Top of the morning. Everyone have a good day. Goodbye. Bye. Love.
Bye. Love you. I'm going to switch it right now. I think it's a great idea. All right. Hey. Oh, I love doing the show. I love being with you guys. I love that my family's right there. I love being able to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. Now, I just love it. I'm going to add the background here. Oh, I wanted to do a different background. Well, I guess that's kind of better. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't fix it. Anyway. Oh, because it's a video background. Oh, well. Oh, thanks, Barbara. No, I really do. Like this is a unique thing for me because a lot of the things that I normally do, I love like being part of an ensemble cast. I always have been, whether it's on, Walking Dead or Hawkeye or Bloodline or or the Monsters or whatever it may be. I love being part of a team and adding. And so this show is 100% what the fuck I want to talk about and what I want to do and how I want to do it. And obviously with, with you guys in mind. So I really appreciate you guys checking it out. All right, James John, top of the morning to you. We're about to get into birthdays. Now, this guy, I think, is one of the coolest dudes in the world. I really do. And I want to share with you. This guy. Let's pop this up here. Because he is turning... Oh, yeah. No, I wanted something different. Let's see here. Here we go. This is cool. Harry
This is one of
Connick.
my all-time favorite live concert moments, and it is so subtle that you might miss it. Let me explain because I almost did. So Harry Connick Jr. is playing for a theater full of people. It's just him and the piano. The problem gets going when the crowd starts clapping, but they're clapping on the ones and threes. And when you clap on the ones and threes, it is so square. Listen.
We could rock all night, wait and see. We might fit together.
So what Harry Connick Jr. does is so subtle. He has an extra beat in the middle of the song so that the people, even though they don't stop clapping, are now clapping on the twos and fours, which is so much more rhythmic and sounds so much better. See if you can catch what he does.
We'll run away.
Ah, yeah.
This is one of my
I love it. I love piano.
And it is so
I
subtle.
love
You
piano
can't
players. My daughter's obsessed with music right now. Piano and guitar and singing. I couldn't be happier about it. I am a fan of music. I love music. I can write music. I can sing. I can do a couple things. I can do stuff, but I'm not a musician. She is. And I love it. Couldn't make me any happier. Happy birthday to Harry Connick Jr. And oh my gosh, did I not do it? Oh my gosh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it, guys. I have to. So right now, the first person that writes in that is their birthday, a friend, you got to tag them, write it in, and I'm going to show them some love because this is one thing that we do here, guys, is we especially on a day like today, we do very sexy songs. To you. Happy birthday! Oye, mami! To you. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Harry Connick Jr. Happy birthday to you. Hey, come on. Happy birthday to you. Vamos, mami, vamos. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oye, mami. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday today. It's a weird day to have a birthday. So I want to show you some extra love. So if you've been tagged on this video, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. You share a birthday with Harry Connick Jr. How cool is that? Dude is one of the smoothest people ever. Ever. He's an actor. He's a husband. He's a father. And he seems to be a pretty good dude, man. Pretty good dude. All right, moving on. Who else's birthday is it today? Birthday to you. Happy birthday. I want to talk about this dude. I've met this man before, and he's always in the news. And I got to photograph him. And actually a couple times I got to meet him in pretty close quarters. And I always like meeting celebrities when they don't know, when there's not like cameras and stuff around, because that's when you get to see who they really are. And if you heard his voice there, you might know who I'm talking about. And I want to play some of his music, but I don't, because I probably will get hit with the copyright. But his music is too good, and I feel like I gotta play some of it, because he was just at in Atlanta, and he back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. See, y'all don't know about this. Y'all youngins don't know about Ludacris. Y'all are listening to your trap music. Yeah, we had songs that was freaking picking fights at a club. Oh, look. Dan Sheehan. I knew Carlos Navarro growing up on Long Island. Are you him by any chance? Yes. Dan? I've been looking for you my whole goddamn life, bro. I want you to know something. Dan, I love you. I know we grew up in Long Island, and every day I would see you, and you're wearing your Billabong jacket. And you wore bongo shorts as a man. And I thought that was cool. And I remember looking at Dan in class and being like, I want to be his best friend. He's the Sheehan man. And every day I would go up and talk to you. Want to, but I get nervous. Am I kidding? Or am I connecting with you now, this many years later, Dan Sheehan from Long Island? It's me. How's life been, bro? You still got that wart in the middle of your head? You still banging that dude, Tyler? And that chick, Misty? You were the first bi guy I knew. Yes, you are, Dan? Hell yeah! Dude, this is the coolest guy in school. Bongo shorts, Billabong jacket, banging chicks and dudes way ahead of his time. Dan, the man, Sheehan, loves trans. This guy. Dan, thank you for showing up for the show, bro. You changed the game. And last but not least, no, I am not Carlos Navarro from Long Island. I was born in New York, but I am not Dan. I'm Carlos from Castleberry, Florida. I'm Carlos from Orlando, Florida. And if I hope you found me through shorts, because I'm putting out a lot of shorts on YouTube, and that you don't know me, because the only way this show grows is by people who don't know me right now. No, Dan, I'm not him. But thank you for checking in. I hope you stick around. It's a comedy show, silly, and as you can see, Julie liked it, and Barbara did too. Now we will go back to birthdays. Oh yeah, we're definitely going back to birthdays so I can dance around. Oh shit! There we go.
Swung on, it's the knick-knack, paddywhack, still riding Cadillacs, family off the street.
Ludacris showed up like that, with that outfit on at the Braves game, and he threw out the first pitch like that. It was so great. Now, like I said, I actually met Ludacris, and I did a photo shoot with him at Power 95.3. And he was so nice. Check that out.
Luda night, and it's full-on Luda, right? That's the stand-up costume. I don't know if you remember that music video, Pete Moylan. He threw out the pitch with those arms, right? It's patently absurd what he's doing here.
I love it. I love it. He doesn't take himself too seriously. Little guy. He's like that big. I love it. Don't take yourself too seriously in life, folks. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I mean, the guy has so many hits. His birthday today, by the way. So happy birthday to Luda. The guy has so many hits. Now, his first big hit. Where is it at? Man, oh, here it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, the 2000s. Lick, 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 yeah. Look at skinny little Luda there. What y'all know about Ludacris? You've been banging the same surf chick for the last 32 years. That's great, Dan. Well, welcome to the show, man. I'm glad you were able to stop by, man. Seriously, this is kind of... Yeah. Ever try to do Luda and karaoke? Yeah, no. I'm not going to do it. Luda's a great rapper. You saw Luda at Sea... Oh, yeah, I bet. Why the hell is Luda performing at SeaWorld? Give me a break. I mean, I like SeaWorld, don't get me wrong, but... I've seen Luda perform several times. I got some cool pictures with him. I should have pulled it up. All right, Luda. How do you remember these lyrics? It's because he was a great rapper. He was a radio guy before. A little story on Ludacris is hey Dan, thanks for stopping by. Hope you stop by again. Please subscribe. Luda was similar like me. He was a radio guy, and he would sell his albums out of his trunk. And they always Atlanta's not. They don't have rappers in Atlanta. And then, of course, Atlanta blew the fuck up. And Luda was one of those people that helped to bring... it was Luda and Jay-Z, Eminem, Nelly at the time, who were the biggest selling artists. And he's still beloved. You put a Ludacris song on the club right now, it's getting lit. I don't give a shit. All right. Here is another... I got to give love to this person because he is an absolutely amazing director. And for me, he directed the greatest film of all time. Now, I say that and you go, oh, must be Francis Ford Coppola. Because a lot of people would say he did. Right? Godfather Part 2. No. I would have to give Brian De Palma that with his film, a little film I like to call Scarface. That's right. He is the director of Scarface. And I know for a lot of people are like, Scarface, what's the big deal with Scarface? It's a bloody movie. The fact is this. Happy birthday, Brian De Palma. And I'm going to give you a little bit of love with your birthday. Brian De Palma. Oye, yo quiero decirte algo. Señor Palma. 84 years old. And the director of Scarface, my favorite movie. Why is it my favorite movie? It shows off life on how it is. Especially if you're a cocaine drug dealer from Cuba. It's the American dream. Truly is. And Brian De Palma captured it perfectly. At the time, there were not movies like this, guys. Now they're a dime a dozen. You could turn on regular ass, basic ass a station, and they will have gore and guts and blood and shooting and gangs. That wasn't the case. When they released this in 1983, it caused a huge drama with gangs, with the industry. Are they going to be attacked on set? It's too violent. It's too gory. But what Brian De Palma did was pull from the headlines. At the time, and actually, a little fact, who wrote Scarface? The one and only Oliver Stone. Why is Tony Montana's name Tony Montana? Now you would think, well, maybe Oliver Stone did his research and he found out that mountains, montaña. Oh, I'll write that. No, that's not it. He was just a San Francisco 49ers fan. And when he was doing a massive amount of cocaine, this is from his words, Oliver Stone, I gotta write this movie, Scarface. I gotta write. All right, what's his name? Is Tony. He looked up, and on his wall, he had a Joe Montana poster. And he said, that's a cool last name. So Tony Montana is named after Joe Montana. Who knew? I did, because I'm obsessed with the movie. Now, you've never seen Scarface? Rachel, do me a favor. It's okay. A lot of people haven't seen Scarface. I have seen it. I have seen it so many freaking times that I got to put a Latin sexy bit. Yeah, it's better.
Scarface has drama. Scarface has action. Scarface has love. Scarface has pure graphic violence that we've never seen before.
And I loved it. And you have time to see it. You can still go see it. Top of the morning to you, Rob. Oh gosh, Rob, guys, can we just, it holds up. You can watch Scarface today and it holds up. So, it's an American Tale. Political asylum, Tony Montana, coming from Cuba, which is how my family got here, by the way. My grandma's, shout out to Ita. Oh, that's my grandma. From Cuba. They left Cuba when Castro took over and had political asylum. So that's what Tony Montana and Manny did. And they were sent over. And so he wanted to work. Now, okay, he was a criminal. And maybe the way he got into the country is he did take out a I'm going to take him out. I'm going to enjoy that, okay? Revenga. And he got into this country. Now, he was just like anybody else in this country. An immigrant who wanted to get a good job. But then he quickly found out the racism, the hatred that people have, especially at that time, for immigrants. And so he couldn't find a job. But then he did see Frank, who owned a nightclub, who ran a nightclub. Had a beautiful woman, a beautiful house. How did he get it? By selling what is called yayo. That's right. Cocaine. Peruvian mouching powder. Ecuadorian confetti. The good dandruff. Booger sugar. White girl. And of course, last but not least, do you party? That was my breakdown, if you're ever wondering, of different ways to say cocaína. Oh, there was another one, cocaína. Angel dust is not cocaine, Andu. Angel dust is meth, cocaine, and a couple other things mixed together. Never done it. Would my grandmother approve of Scarface? Great question. My Italian grandfather hated The Godfather because it stereotyped Italians as criminals. I think my grandmother would have loved Scarface. I know my mom loved Scarface because Tony Montana and Al Pacino is unbelievable. I've never seen somebody act like that. He's so good looking. Carlos, you could be just like him. That's my mom. They diss Castro a lot in it. So my grandma would have liked that. And then the mom of Tony. See, there was representation of all facets of life. And the mom of Tony's mom in the movie is not happy with the way Tony's living his life. And she tells him she takes his money back. And so there is some judgment of Tony from his own mom. Angel dust I made was from dry extract from angel trumpets. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. So, I don't know. My grandma was pretty... I don't know what she would think of today's world. Probably pretty blown away by it. She'd be like, ay, mi chico, él tiene un show? Sí, tengo un show, mami. Tengo un show. I got a show. Brian De Palma, thank you for making One of the best movies of all time. One of my favorite. But he didn't stop there. No, this guy was making cool movies all along. Definitely, like if you ask Spielberg and you ask George Lucas, he did Mission Impossible. He did Raising Cain. He did The Untouchables, Dressed to Kill, Carlitos Way. Obviously, I love this guy. Happy birthday, man. They say he's the best director out of all of them. Great film is De Palma. It's a great documentary. Talks all about his life. Highly recommended as well. Boy, folks, my God. Did we do it all? Did we do it all? Holy crap. That's it. We did it. We talked about everything that was on September 11th. Some was sad, some was happy. Here we are, feeling gratty. That's grateful. A short term. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, but a perm. I just like rhyming things. Woo! Thank you guys for joining us, me, all of us today. Anything you want to get out now, get it out now. I'll share it with the audience. But remember, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked, please do that. It's totally free. Helps me out. Go to thetopneverstop.com. Check out everything there. Buy a shirt. Holler at our sponsors. Famous Faces and Funnies. Delay in Boxing and Fitness. You don't have to buy anything. You just say, hey, I heard you on Top of the Morning. That will make them feel good. They know their sponsorship is working, getting the word out about them. Next show will be Friday, 8 a.m., Friday the 13th. We're talking about the scariest story that ever happened to me. Thank you, PM. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Anthony. You still here, though, Anthony. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Andu. Woohoo. Very grateful for today's show. Very grateful to be alive. Very grateful for you. And I do know one thing. That today will be a great day. To the top, never stop.